Hello. It is December 29th, and I was trying to take off a couple of weeks after the last market I had on the 21st, which I didn't show any prep for or anything like that, but I decided that I was going to at least do one more video for you all for the year, and I wanted to do a market rundown for 2024. I have a killer headache at the moment, so this will probably be a fairly short video. Um, but let's chat for a little bit. I had 11 events that I did for 2024. They are all listed down here, but to just go over the exact names of these events, they were Chesapeake High School Spring Craft Fair, which was in March, the Spring Market, the Little Market in April, the Arbutus Arts Festival in May, the EHARTS Spring Market in May, Essex Day Festival in September, EHARTS Christmas Market November, Catonsville High School Market November, Trinity United Methodist Christmas Bazaar November, Mistletoe at Midday Makers Market November, and Hampton Holiday Market, which is the Little Market, both in November and December. I am using tier lists to make this list for you all. I didn't want to use anything too fancy or robust or whatever because it's just a simple market list. I did 11 events, so I didn't need anything like ridiculous. But anyway, S for me means super. I would do it again in a heartbeat if they'd have me back. A is acceptable. I would definitely do it again, but the sales may not have been as high as a super. B is a maybe for me. B is a maybe for me. If I didn't have anything else going on, if the booth fee wasn't high, it would have to check a lot of boxes. I would do it again. And D, I would not touch it with a 100-foot pole. So let's get started with the first one. Chesapeake High School Spring Craft Fair that was held on March 15th. The event was very well advertised. There was a ton of foot traffic. However, some cons. There were well over 100 vendors, probably close to 250 vendors. The school itself, the high school, is fairly large. It's in Pasadena, Maryland, and it had the cafeteria, the gymnasium, and then several hallways. There were volunteers helping, and I think there were the band kids or something like that were helping to set up things. But for the most part, since there were so many vendors, there was only but so much help you could get. I made an okay amount of sales, and I think it was only an okay amount because of the fact that I was in the hallway. Luckily, it was the first hallway, but by the time they got to me, it was kind of like a decision fatigue because of all the other vendors they just had to go through. It was so packed. And even when people would go through the hallway, there were so many people in the hallway that even though there was no one on the other side of that hallway, it was just, you didn't have the space. Where my neighbor, who was selling live plants, did phenomenal. She pretty much sold out, almost. It completely sold out. I think I made $100 over the table cost, which is nothing to sneeze at, especially since I think that was my second market that I had done. So yeah. So with that in mind, I would put it in a B, only because if I were to do that market again, it would have to be in May because I'm not doing any more markets before May from now on because I can't physically do that, especially after the end of the year rush. And also I would need to be in a much better location, which I feel like probably sells out a lot faster than the hallway. The next event we had was the spring market at the Little Market on April 6th. I mostly signed up for this market because I had heard that the Christmas market was so good. And I wanted to kind of get my feet wet at this location to see if I liked it or not. This is in Hampton area of Baltimore, Maryland, which is only like 15-20 minutes away from where I live, so great location. But a couple of things. I don't know if it was because of the just slump that we were all having around this time or what was going on, but the foot traffic was pretty bad. I was in the main area. It was freezing cold because they have to keep the doors open, of course, so it was really, really cold. So, and also, like I said, it was in April. So would I do it again? Only if the stars aligned. My sales were I didn't make as much as I did at Chesapeake. But I would do it again only because I like the people there. But I also wouldn't do it unless it was in May or later. And, you know, they could guarantee, which they couldn't, more foot traffic. The next one is the Arbutus Arts Festival. That was May 19th. That was in Arbutus, Maryland, of course, which is near Baltimore. It was probably, no, I can just say hands down, it was my best spring market. It was the first time that I was vending outside, so I had to get a canopy for it for the first time, which was a big upfront cost. But I made back my canopy cost and my table cost with maybe $50 to $100 over that, which isn't a lot, but once again, that canopy was $200. So I think that speaks for itself. I highly enjoyed it. I was in a fairly good spot. It was not exactly the entrance or the exit, so people would see me as they were passing by to get like food and things like that. So, and it was crowded, but it wasn't like packed, so I could still be seen. And with that said, I have applied to do this market again. So this is an A tier. It did really well. And since now I already have the canopy, I don't need to do all the extra stuff anymore. I have my table layouts set. It's just, it will be a whole lot easier this year, or 2020. It will be a whole lot easier for 2025 to do it. So I'm looking forward to that one. Next market we had was just like 1 week later. It was the EHARTS Spring Market. It was a virtual market. I will admit that I rarely make any money on the EHARTS markets. And I think that's mainly because a lot of the participants and the buyers for EHARTS, they are in the UK. And since I'm in the US, the cost to ship is stupidly high. At minimum, it's $10. And if you're only buying a $4 sticker, it's not really worth it. And then if you buy something heavier, the cost goes up even higher. I still will go ahead and do them again, even though I don't make any money from them. Mainly it's because of community. So this is going my A tier. Mainly it's because of community. I love my EHARTS family. They're absolutely great. They're such supportive people. So I would always encourage people to check them out and definitely give them a shot as well. I then took off the rest of... Wait a minute. I think I might have switched up these two logos. Yes, I did. This one is Chesapeake. I think. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry. If it was right to begin with, I'm sorry. They both say C. I don't know which one is which. I wish it would tell me. Hold on a second. Alright, I checked. I was wrong. So this is the right one now. Sorry about that. The next one, let me back up. I took the summer off mainly because I was moving, and I also wanted to spend some time with my son because he was going to visit for about a month. After that, I signed up for the Essex Day Festival, and that was September 14th. And I 100% wish I had not participated in that market. I don't remember the cost. All I know is that I made maybe a few dollars, $5 over table cost. I don't believe it was expensive, but they pretty much let anyone and everyone into the market, no matter if they were makers or crafters or whatever. I mean, there were roofing people there, political signs and like Democratic and Republican booths were there. It was just such a hodgepodge of just vendors. And I felt really uncomfortable because I didn't feel like I fit there. And even though my table neighbor, she was selling dog treats and stuff like that, she sold out. So she ended up leaving maybe like 2 hours before the event ended. My other neighbor, who was selling ice cream in an ice cream truck, the fumes from that truck were horrible. And then across from me, I had the health department or something like that, and their fumes from their truck were, I was sick. I was that close to leaving 5 minutes after I set up because it was just that bad. I will never do that event again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in D. I will never ever do that event again because it was not well run. Anyway, the next event is another EHARTS event. This one was the Christmas fair, and that was in November. I didn't do any markets in October, but this one was in November 8th through 10th, and I actually made one sale that time, so yay. It was to a person in the US, and once again, it will be an A tier only because of the community and how great it was. I know I probably could have made more sales this time if I had gone live, but by this point I was so burned out. I had finally gotten over the burnout that I had over the summer, but the just exhaustion level I was in was ridiculously high. It was, if you look back at my vlog from back then, you'll see how I was feeling and how I ended up canceling on the next event, which I'll talk about in a second. But yeah, it just wasn't good. I mean, the event was fine, but I know I would have made more sales if I had actually done some Instagram lives and things like that. The next event was Catonsville High School Market. I didn't go. I heard some not so great things about it. I also heard that they didn't advertise at all. There weren't even signs in the front of the school saying that there was a market there. The foot traffic apparently was really poor. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sign up for next year. I'm putting in the D tier. I'm not going to even worry about it. I'm not going to think about it. And once again, I did the wrong one. It's this one. This was the Catonsville one. Next event is Trinity United Methodist Church, and that was on November 16th. Once again, I have done a vlog on this one. I told you all what happened and the outcome of it, and it will come as no surprise that I will not be doing that event again. I did send a message to the person that runs the event. She never responded back, but she ended up writing an email to everyone saying, "We had a great market, thank you," and that's it. So I'm just not going to do it again. I didn't make hardly any sales. I think I made 5 sales that entire time. And yeah, the table was only like $15 to $30, but it's just not worth it for me. Next event was Mistletoe at Midday's Market. Although I didn't make a ton of money at this market, I would 100% do it again. And I have to put it in the S tier. Mainly because the people were phenomenal. And I've talked about this also in a vlog. I made a decent amount. I made like 150 or so over table. And I loved it. I would definitely do it again. This was in Colombia. I cannot remember once again what nature preserve or something like that it was in, but it was in Colombia. The last two markets were Hampton Holiday Market. And since they were both the same and they are different dates, I will still just use this one image for them because they are both S tier. One, like I said before, the people that run the event are excellent. The turnout, phenomenal. I mean, I would definitely do it again. I don't remember, I think I did a video regarding the previous one, the one on the 30th of November, but I didn't do one on the 21st of December. But I made about $400 over table at these events. And granted, it's Christmas, so I'm expecting a little more. But to make that much over table in a 5-hour window or 4-hour window, it was from 12 to 5. Definitely do it again. And even though I was a little chilly, we just talked to the person that was running it and he turned on the heat. Perfect. You know? But yes, I definitely do it again. That is all for the market wrap up for 2024. I am currently looking at some more markets for 2025. Like I said, I've already signed up for Arbutus. I will sign up for the Mistletoe at Maker's Mart again, EHARTS again, and with Hampton Holiday Mart. So you'll see those again at the end of 2025 in my market roundup list. I think I might take off the first week in January, so there won't be a video. I might do some reels or shorts or whatever in the meantime, but no long form video. But the first video for 2025 will be my goals for 2025. So I hope that you all will be here to check that out. I hope you all had a great holiday, and I hope you all have a great new year. So give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to. I hope you do. Alrighty, bye.